Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of DGS. We are heading into St. Andrew's Hospital to see how Holmesy is doing. It's the same day on specified time, St. Andrew's Hospital, room number 3.
Holmesy! He's not here?
You're right. That's weird. I'm sure they said he was in the bed in the back.
Maybe. It looked like he was shot somewhere bad, but it ended up being more minor than we thought, and he's gone home already.
I wonder. I'm not sure about the minor part, though. There's no doubt that he was pretty seriously injured. Hey, you there. There are no visitors allowed in this hospital room. What are you doing here?
We're Holmesy's family.
Oh, sorry. A young girl and a mysterious Asian, huh? I guess I should have expected a famous detective to have a strange family. I feel like he got some sort of odd misunderstanding here.
Officer, where is Holmesy?
It seemed he's in the middle of a pretty major operation at the moment.
Major operation?
It's been a few hours since they took him into the operating room, see?
That long? Is he going to be okay?
It seems they couldn't get it to work at all. The anesthesia, I mean.
Huh?
Holmes himself was saying, I wish now that I hadn't drank that coffee last night. Oh, God.
Huh?
Anyway, he's not likely to return for the next few hours. I see. Shall we head somewhere else for now, then?
Holmesy.
Well, I guess we'll just, examine stuff for the time being. There's some instruction posted on the wall. What do we have here? This month's slogan, if you see a rat, calmly summon a nurse?
Yeah, it seems that some drug-loving rats have moved in here. If you just let them be, they'll eat up all the medicine.
Rats. I guess you're right. When you look closely, it seems like pretty old hospital.
But word is that you can really count on the doctors here.
I really hope that's true. For Holmes-san's sake. Let's examine the bed. Whoop, my stylus. This is Holmes-san's bed, I guess.
Poor Holmesy.
You're right. This bed is pretty hard.
Oh, that's no problem.
Nah?
Holmesy usually sleeps face down on the hard floor like he's dead.
What? If I saw that, I'd probably call the police. Crutches? Hello. I wonder what these are. Do you know, Iris-chan?
You've never seen these before? These, see, are a tool to help people who have hurt their leg walk. They hold one under each arm.
Oh, I see. I thought they looked like weapons that you hold in each hand.
What would weapons be doing at the hospital?
I thought maybe the one who lost that battle might have been carried here along with their weapon or something.
That makes a surprising amount of sense.
Okay, now we move to the detention center. There's not much else we can do here, so... let me get there. I have a little bit of Iris's dialogue, at least. Let's go, then. It's the same day, unspecified time, the detention center. Solitary confinement, cell number 13. Poor Gina. Hi there, Gina-san. Wait, they let her keep that? They didn't confiscate it?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you putting my smoke launcher to good use.
I can't help being less than thrilled about the manner in which you're using it, though. What are you doing? Coming all the way out to a place like this?
Huh?
You got yourself tangled up in a pretty sticky-looking case, so we wonder if we might be able to do something to help.
There's nothing you can do.
Eh? So just get out of here.
Genie, I believe in you, okay? I know you'd never shoot anyone.
You believe in me. What are you talking about?
Huh?
You don't know a thing about me. I make a living by nicking people's wallets on the street every day. And whenever I get the chance, I break into pawn shops and such too. In order to steal stuff. That's the person I am.
Genie?
They're taking me to court tomorrow. A public defender was just here, spewing a load of rubbish about how he'd defend me. But I sent him packing. What use do I have for an attorney? She blurted that out while looking right at me.
Genie, why would you say such a thing?
Well, let's talk to her. About your defense. Gina-san, why did you turn down the public defender? He was trying to get me to sign a defense request, but trials are nothing but lies. The weak are accused of crimes and put to an end. That's just how adults are.
What makes you think that?
I've lived my whole life on the streets, and that's how it's always been. If you do what they say, the next thing you know, you'll find yourself selling out your friends to the police. I myself have been betrayed and nearly arrested so many times. You can't trust anyone. Once you do, you've already lost. Gina-san, if you don't mind, I'd like to defend you in tomorrow's— I don't need you!
Genie? You don't trust Naruhodo-kun?
Nope, I sure don't. Honestly, please. Just leave me alone. But Gina! About the murder. Gina-san, would you please talk to me? Last night, what on earth happened at that pawn shop? It was just as it looked. I thought I could make some money, so I broke into the pawn shop storeroom. And I got caught. Red-handed. I'm not sure if you actually went there to steal. I think you went there to look for the manuscript.
Genie? Why did you do it?
I think that should be pretty obvious, because there were lots of valuables in there. Picking pockets is hard. You put in a lot of effort, but it ends in failure pretty often. Was that really the only reason that you broke into that pawn shop storeroom? What? I was just wondering if maybe you had some other goal too. Knock it off! It doesn't matter what you say now, it's useless!
Genie, you must tell us. We'll believe anything you say.
Believing in people is just stupid. All humans are liars. And even among them, I'm the biggest, most unforgivable liar of them all.
Genie? A big liar?
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. Liar. You said you were the biggest, most unforgivable liar, didn't you? Could you tell me a little more about that lie? Sorry. It's time for my questioning. I've got to get going.
Genie.
Right. You can have this as a memento. Photo? It's a pretty cute cat. It was in my pocket. It was in the pocket of my coat. I don't need it, so
This is a pretty photo. I wonder what it was doing in your pocket.
Anyway, you don't need to come here again. See ya.
Teeny.
God damn it, Gina, you're making Iris sad. She's already sad about the whole thing with Sherlock. White cat photo. A photo of a cute white cat received from Gina-san at the detention center. Alright, let's actually look at that. This is telling me to look at the backside, so there must be something back here. Oh! There's something written on the back of this photo.
2:13, 9 a.m. List of articles. Small box, price 10 shillings. Pickup deadline 4:13, 9 a.m.
So then this photo must be a claim ticket from Hatchon's shop. Ah, saying that so hard!
2:13? There's something about that date. If I remember...
Oh, that was not Hodo.
If I remember right, that was 2 days before the omnibus murder occurred, right?
And this small box. That's not really enough to tell us what it is it?
Say, Naruhodo-kun, the fact that this claim ticket is here in our hands means that that small box is still at the shop, right?
Oh. The things that Mangado was having stored. I guess I should probably check into those. Claim ticket. Small box. A claim ticket from the shop of the victim, Hatch. On the back of the photo, there is information recorded by hand. Alright, let's check the front now. It's cute. A picture of a cute cat. It looks a lot like Wagahai. I thought cats were kinds of creatures who curled up under the kotatsu when it snowed. I guess that must not be the case here in Great Britain. Well, I don't think kotatsus exist in Britain either. Alright, now we can go to Hatch's shop. Although I have to skip some dialogue since we've already done some of it earlier by accident. That. Alright. I believe we're talking to Mr. Gregson now. What up, Gregson? Let's talk to you. Ooh, the investigation. So, how's the investigation coming? Well, it's a pretty straightforward case, see? We've already got our hands on some definitive evidence. We just finished getting everything set to indict the pickpocket that was arrested last night. Gina-san was indicted? That's right. The trial is being held tomorrow at Old Bailey.
So, what's this decisive evidence? Huh? Tell us.
No, even if it's you, young lady, that would be...
Could it be that you've already arrested the two who had escaped the scene of the crime, perhaps? And those two will appear in court tomorrow as witnesses, perhaps?
How? How did you know all that?
I had a feeling that might be the case.
Ooh, I better watch my back around this girl. So, the two who shot Home-san were arrested. Well, right after everything went down, an officer in the middle of his patrol ended up catching them. And that's why Gina-san is at the detention center now. Yeah, that should be the case. As long as that pickpocket doesn't nick the key to the cell from the guard, anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if she did! Okay, about Holmes. So then, how is Home-san doing? That's classified information by the Yard. A detective can't go around leaking that.
Holmesy's having surgery at St. Andrew's Hospital, right? Why can't I see him? I'm his family.
Ugh, I'm so sorry. Mr. Holmes isn't allowed any visitors right now.
Huh?
A bullet entered his stomach and damaged an artery. He lost quite a lot of blood.
That's...
He still seemed pretty alright right after he was shot. But it seems that even that detective will go strangely still when he loses enough blood. Please, don't say that while you're surprised. Home-san is still human. I believe he's still in the midst of emergency surgery. If they don't find a way to staunch the blood loss.
But he'll be alright, won't he? Holmesy can still be saved, right?
Of course! He'll definitely be okay, young lady.
Really? How do you know?
Well, you want to know why? Well, that's because, you see, because he's, right, the famous detective. I wonder if he'll really be alright.
Oh, Holmesy.
As soon as his surgery is finished, you'll be the first to know, young lady. Thanks, Gregson. I appreciate it. About Iris. I couldn't help wondering, just out of my curiosity, but... What is it, Blackie? Wow, thanks. The way you treat me and the way you treat Iris, they're radically different, aren't they? That's ridiculous. To a police officer, all humans are equal citizens of the world.
But they're different, aren't they? Radically.
It's because of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I appear in those novels. Detective Tobias Gregson.
Yep, you're one of Holmesy's acquaintances, so you make appearances here and there.
So, okay, sorry, this says Gregson says this, but I'm looking at the thing, it's actually not a photo. So what kind of things do you write about Detective Gregson?
I forget.
He's the most capable member of the Yard. That's what Mr. Holmes said.
Is that right?
And guess what happened after that? Starting next month, yes, my salary doubled. Whoa, that's pretty impressive. People all over London read The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, see? At this moment, there's even a fan club devoted to me within the Yard itself. Damn.
Come to think of it, Gregson started being awfully subservient to me since then, huh?
If this cute young lady were to say the slightest word... Gregson, he's no good. Have you seen how full of himself he's been lately? Or something like that. If he were to have that famous detective say something like that, what would happen to my salary then? I knew it was about money. But no one's surprised. I'm so afraid of that I've been having an awful lot of sleepless nights.
I never do something like that.
I page through the newest issue of Strand magazine each month with shaking fingers.
That must be rough. Here, have some of my herb tea.
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Perfection. That was utter perfection.
Yare, yare. Ah, that's right. Do you have a moment, exchange student Blackie? I like how we went from Blackie to exchange student Blackie. Yes? What is it? Come to think of it, I nearly forgotten. I've got a message to pass on to you. A message? I better listen then. The message! So what's this message you got for me, Detective Gregson? Ah, it's about the lovely young legal aide who usually follows your Blackie self around.
What about Susato-chan?
She's meant to be in questioning at the station right now, right? No, she's not there anymore. This time came, see? The time came, see? The time? The time that she was subpoenaed to Chief Magistrate Vortex's office, of course. That's right, I've forgotten about that. I finished questioning her, and she was given a police escort to make her appearance, but she doesn't have money for carriage fee home, so she wants you to pick her up from the High Court of Justice. Honestly, she's got some nerve using a detective as a messenger boy. You couldn't have, you didn't even have to do it if you didn't want to. Alright, thank you very much.
Susato-chan was subpoenaed? Why?
Actually, I'm not sure either. The High Court of Justice, huh? I guess I better go get her. Let's do it! new location has been added. Where is it is the question. Here we go. It's the same day, unspecified time, the Chief Magistrate's office. Yeah. No matter how many times I come here, I feel like I'm going to be crushed under this oppressive atmosphere.
You think so? Seems pretty normal to me. Look, these suits of armor over there are even smiling a little.
You're really something, Iris-chan. Well, tomorrow then, understood?
Yes, please.
I don't know who is... I know one of them is Vortex and the other one's Susato, but I'm not sure who's saying what. Lord Vortex and Susato-san.
They sure seem solemn, don't they?
Now then, that concludes our business here. You best return to your boarding house. If you're going to be returning to your home country, I'm sure you have various preparations to make. She's going home? What did he just say? Return to our home country. Susato-san! You know, that would have been a lot better if there were shadows underneath them. Did you notice there were no shadows? Like, that was nice, but I noticed they had no shadows casted underneath them. Just minor things.
Naruhodo-sama.
What was that all about just now? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to pick her up. What's this about? That returning to our home country business. And tomorrow, you said?
Tomorrow? But Jeannie's trial. Gina-sama's. So she did end up being indicted then.
This is a bad time for you to be going home. And why? Alright, let's talk to her, see if we can figure anything out going home. Susato-san, what the heck is going on here?
Please don't worry. That part you heard about going home applies only to me. You will be allowed to continue.
That's not what I'm asking. What in the world happened?
It seems that my father collapsed.
Your father? Professor Mikatoba? Pardon me. Yes. You're the defendant in today's trial, right? Naruhodo Ryunosuke. Yes, that's correct. I'm Mikatoba Yujin. I'm professor of law here at Yume University. An international telegram was delivered to the British government.
My father apparently collapsed 10 days ago with a mysterious high fever and has been growing weaker by the day.
Oh no. What could this mean? The journey from Great Britain to your imperial city Tokyo takes about 50 days by ship. You should probably leave as soon as possible. I suppose you're right. I mean, family is more important than this trial, that's understandable.
I will be departing from London early tomorrow morning.
I never imagined that something like this would happen. This is just a bad time, though. Gina's trial.
So, Gina-sama is really going to court then?
Apparently, she was just formally indicted a little while ago. Her trial is tomorrow.
But not even 1 day has passed.
Gina. From the Baker Street pawn shop murder. It's simply a dull matter of a corner pickpocket shooting someone in the midst of an uproar. Our Scotland Yard doesn't have time to waste on investigating a trivial case like this.
Trivial? It's cruel to call this trivial. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. In light of the fact that you are only an exchange student, I will turn a blind eye to that girl's atrocious manners. I don't recall giving permission for you to bring a child here anyway. You may stand down. Shit! Vortex is having none of this!
Certainly.
Criminals naturally tell obvious lies to escape their crimes. The police have taken the time to reveal their countless lies and crimes just keep piling up. In the meantime, an even more serious crime is taking place. A more serious crime? Come to think of it, yesterday.
Yes, Detective Gregson said the same thing yesterday.
Well, it goes without saying, but it has nothing to do with any of you. I have but 3 minutes until my next meeting. You'll have to excuse me now. May I ask you just one last thing? What might that be? About Gina-san's trial. May I be permitted to handle the defendant's defense? That would be perfect. Eh? At the moment, that girl has no one to defend her.
That's terrible. Ginny may be a pickpocket, but...
I hope you're not misunderstanding. Those who cannot afford an attorney have one of them provided to them by the state, using state funds. As long as they receive the defendant's signature on the defense's request, they can proceed with the defense. But the defendant has refused that. What on earth happened? I don't know. If you want to find out, you should ask her yourself. You could speak with her at the detention center. We already did that, though. Alright, thank you. Now then, it's time. Pardon me. I never imagined that something like this would happen. Gina-san's trial. Susato-san's return home.
In any case, let us be off, Naruhodo-sama, Iris-sama. But, Susato-chan, you've got to go back to Japan tomorrow, right? Will it be okay? Your preparations. No matter what else is going on, as a legal aid, I have but one duty. That is to assist Attorney Naruhodo-sama and nothing more.
Susato-san. Her expression is a little overburdened.
If you don't mind, perhaps we could go see Gina-san. I'd like to say goodbye to her. You're right. All right then, Susato-chan.
To be honest, I'm having an incredibly hard time putting my feelings in order, but for now, I just have to do what I can, as a defense attorney. Okay, we're going to go to the detention center in the next video since we are hitting the 30-minute mark on this one. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
On the hard floor like he's dead.
What? If I saw that, I'd probably call the police. Crutches? Hello. I wonder what these are. Do you know Iris-chan?
Ah? You've never seen these before? These, see, are a tool to help people who have hurt their leg walk. They hold one under each arm.
Oh, I see. I thought they looked like weapons that you hold in each hand.
What would weapons be doing at the hospital?
I thought maybe the one who lost that battle might have been carried here along with their weapon or something.
That makes a surprising amount of sense.
Okay, now we move to the operation at the moment.
Major operation?
It's been a few hours since they took him into the operating room, see?
That long? Is he going to be okay?
It seems they couldn't get it to work at all. The anesthesia, I mean.
Huh?
Holmes himself was saying, I wish now that I hadn't drank that coffee last night. Oh, God.
Huh?
Anyway, he's not likely to return for the next few hours. I see. Shall we head somewhere else for now, then?
Holmesy.
Well, I guess we'll just, examine stuff for the time being. There's some instruction posted on the wall.
Ended up being more minor than we thought, and he's gone home already.
I wonder. I'm not sure about the minor part, though. There's no doubt that he was pretty seriously injured. Hey, you there! There are no visitors allowed in this hospital room. What are you doing here?
We're Holmesy's family.
Oh! Sorry. A young girl and a mysterious Asian, huh? I guess I should have expected a famous detective to have a strange family. I feel like he got some sort of odd misunderstanding here.
Officer, where is Holmesy?
It seemed he's in the middle of a pretty major... Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of DGS. We are heading into St. Andrew's Hospital to see how Holmesy is doing. It's the same day, unspecified time, St. Andrew's Hospital, room number 3.
Holmesy! He's not here?
You're right. That's weird. I'm sure they said he was in the bed in the back.
Maybe. It looked like he was shot somewhere bad, but it didn't.
What do we have here? This month's slogan, if you see a rat, calmly summon a nurse?
Yeah, it seems that some drug-loving rats have moved in here. If you just let them be, they'll eat up all the medicine.
Rats. I guess you're right. When you look closely, it seems like pretty old hospital.
But word is that you can really count on the doctors here.
I really hope that's true. For Holmes-san's sake. Let's examine the bed. Whoop, my stylus. This is Holmes-san's bed, I guess.
Poor Holmesy.
You're right. This bed is pretty hard.
Oh, that's no problem.
Nah?
Holmesy usually sleeps face down.